Hey everybody, Hippie here again with HippieDev Gaming. We're here again with another Deep Rock Galactic guide series. This time we're going to go the Driller, which isn't new, we did one of those last time, but we're going to go with the Cryo Cannon this time because we're going to play Elimination missions. The Cryo Cannon is definitely the best of the two primaries for Elimination missions for the Driller, as the Flamethrower doesn't really work really against them. They are very resistant to the fire. So if you guys have not used the DRG Wiki yet, you definitely should. Here's a link right here for that. And then you should use that to look at all the health values of each of the enemies. I had some helpful commenters in my last videos telling me about the health values and the damage values of all sorts of guns to better optimize my builds. They gave me a couple of pointers, and I think we're gonna try to work out some of those pointers today that they gave me, because I do agree that I was building things a little incorrectly, maybe not as well as they could be, not as efficient, and that's mainly because I wasn't factoring in math. Nobody likes to do that, but you got to. Video games are serious business and they require math. But the Cryo Cannon is definitely the best gun for the Driller for both of, or all three of the Dreadnoughts now after update 33. There are four if you count the twins. Mainly the Cryo Cannon is the best for the Dreadnoughts because of its freeze. With the Flamethrower, you aren't able to do as much damage, as the regular Dreadnought has 40% fire resistance. As the Driller, you have two choices on either of your guns when coming to any of the games, but with eliminations you do as well, and it comes down to damage or utility. With the Flamethrower, that utility comes with the sticky flame slows. In update 33, that was nerfed slightly, so it's not as effective, but it is still a valuable tool if you're dead set on using your Flamethrower, or if that's all you have your OCs for or anything like that, then you could still use sticky flames. You can go straight damage, like something like Face Melter or some other damage-based mods. As you don't have to shoot their armor, you can shoot them at any time, unlike some of the other players who can only shoot them in the butt. In this video, we're going to focus on the Cryo Cannon, and its two builds that you could use would be an Ice Storm overclock build, potentially. Use Ice Storm. Or, as what we're going to do is we're going to run a perfectly tuned cooler build, which allows us to freeze any of the Dreadnoughts, no matter which one it is. Is it the Hive Guard, the Twins, or the regular Glyphid Dreadnought? The Cryo Cannon with perfectly tuned cooler allows it to freeze it over and over again, allowing your teammates to do a lot of the damage. When using the Cryo Cannon in Elimination mission, you want to focus on setting your team up to do massive burst damage to any of the Dreadnoughts. Using the Cryo Cannon effectively and stun the Dreadnoughts over and over and over again, allowing your team to complete Dreadnoughts without even getting hit at all if they're slightly competent. Before we look at the Cryo Cannon build, we're going to discuss a little bit about how the stats for this work. Now, if we're looking at the DRG Wiki, the breakdown for the stats goes like this. For charge up time, they say that is the time needed before the weapon starts shooting. So we have a charge up time of 0.5 seconds here. The flow rate is the equivalent of fire rate for other weapons. The weapon will deal 8 instances of damage per second with the base flow rate. So for flow rate, we have 130%, so it is slightly faster. So the pressure drop rate is the equivalent of the magazine size for other weapons. It represents how long you can fire before you need to reload your weapon by repressurizing it. The lower the better. So the pressure drop rate is 100% with this build. We're not touching it, so we're not lowering it or gaining it in any way. Next up is the freezing power, which is the big thing for this build, is what will allow you to freeze the enemies. It won't do damage by itself. 1 point in freezing power will lower the temperature of an enemy by 1 degree for each instance of damage done. Once you reach an enemy's freeze temperature, it'll be frozen solid. So since you're doing 8 instances of damage at base, with 130%, you're obviously going to be doing more than that. You're doing more instances of damage per second. You are lowering their degrees by 20 or more each instance, or I'm sure it's much more than that, enough to almost instantly freeze some minions. Regular base minions will freeze almost instantaneously once you start your shots up. For bigger things, they'll still freeze very quickly. You're not going to be doing a whole lot of damage with this build. But you'll be freezing things very, very quickly, flash freezing them almost instantly. Well, that's what flash freezing would mean, wouldn't it? Freezing things almost instantly, allowing your teammates to clean up, or for you to throw your satchel charges or throw axes, which is another big thing. The tank size is the equivalent to the maximum for other weapons, and we have a 500 tank capacity. Repressurization time is how long you need to wait in seconds after you reach the minimum pressure before you can fire again. And we have 1, so you have to wait 1 second after when you need to repressurize. and the pressure gain rate is the equivalent of reload for other weapons, except that you can stop midway in case you need to fire early. It represents how fast the pressure will go up after repressurization time. And we don't have that touched either, we also have that at 100%, so it stays at the base level. Now, like the flamethrower, the Cryo Cannon also has an ice path ability. The Cryo Cannon, when shot at the ground, will leave a trail of ice that will linger for a few seconds. It won't do any damage, but it can potentially freeze enemies, and the stats for that are cold per tick is plus 8 degrees, the tick interval that is every 0.5 seconds, the maximum damage radius is 0.5 meters, the radius is 0.5 meters, and the duration of it is 3 seconds. The visual effect will last for 5 seconds. So that's the background stuff for the Cryo Cannon. I'll be honest, I don't know exactly the math of the numbers to crunch on the freezing power thing. I'm sure some comments could help me out with that to show exactly how quickly you are freezing some of these things. But by looking at health values and freeze values on the wiki, it can give you a better idea. So if you listen to all that rant or not, here's the first part where we talk about the gear modifications. In the first tier, you can go with larger pressure chamber, which brings your pressure drop rate down to 33%. So if we think about pressure drop rate, that is the equivalent of the magazine size. So this will make your magazine much larger. This is a pretty decent idea on other builds, but for this one, we'll definitely be focusing on freezing things aspect, so we want to go with this one. Another option is the faster turbine spin up. I learned from a comment that just by thinking about doing things just because you only get a +1 in them is not a good idea. Whereas one commenter told me that adding +1 damage on these scout would allow me to kill them in 2 headshots instead of 3. You could argue that this is good. This makes your gun shoot very quickly, but I want as much freezing power as I can. Maybe the math will tell me that this isn't necessary and you can just go the faster turbine spin up. I'm sure somebody will let me know, but this works if you want to freeze things. For the second tier, I like to go with the effective range of the weapon. With this, you can get the max target of enemies up to 9 instead of 6. You can also shoot things from much further away. This allows you to hit things on walls. This allows you to hit things that are flying much quicker. This is overall better. This allows you to freeze everything. You can freeze massive waves with this range. The ammo is decent. Plus 75, that's quite a bit. That'd be a lot of freezing right there. So if you don't care about the range, consider this. You could also consider the repressurization delay. It'll immediately start repressurizing, which can be something else. These are largely up to you, what you feel like on the second tier. For the third tier, we're going to go increased flow volume. That gives us 20% extra flow rate, which allows us to freeze things much quicker, and that's what we're really going for. With this build, we're going to try to flash freeze everything. You're not necessarily going for a bunch of kills. You might get a bunch of kills still, because if you just shoot at waves and then you're the only one left to deal with them, you're going to get to kill all of them, and it's going to be easy. Refilling the pressure chamber faster is nice, but we're going to try to manage that a little better so we don't have to do that very often. Since you'll be freezing things so quickly, you won't necessarily get into instances where you're overflowing too often. Except when you're shooting at things that are much larger like Dreadnoughts, you might get to that point. So that is another reason why we're going to take Cold Radiance in the 5th tier. For me, personally, if we're running Dreadnoughts, I'm likely going to be close to them, and I'm going to be shooting at them for a long time. And so with this one, just like the Flamethrower one, the effect goes into effect while you're shooting. So I'm going to be shooting at Dreadnoughts for a little while to freeze them, so this will just help me when I'm closer to them. You could argue that this is better because it potentially does more damage. This does more damage to regular minions. If you're wanting to wave clear a little bit more, then this is totally what you want to do because you will be freezing things a lot, and this has a chance to burst kill them when you get them under a certain threshold of health. Going back to the 4th tier, we're going to not go with damage. You could, and I'm sure maybe a commenter will tell me that damage is actually better. It looks sexy looking at that +3 right there. That makes you really want to do it. But so maybe this is better. I would say either one of these two is what you want to go with. Test it out, see what you feel like. And then the larger tank, that's 150, that's a lot. But we're going to be focusing on just doing our best to not run out, use our other weapons effectively, use our axes effectively. I'm still learning on the axis thing, but we're going to get better together. All right, let's do it. For the EPC, I had a nice helpful comment on Reddit telling me I should run 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, all 2s on here. This instead of my usual, which is I think 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. We want the prepared charge shot much faster. Now I've tested this out and I do actually like it a lot better, especially in Has 5s. Mactera swarms, for one, as the commenter mentioned on Reddit, that Mactera swarms come very, very quickly, and this allows you to actually take them out other than drilling into a wall to run for your life, or by shooting them with your cryo cannon. This is actually useful for that. This is also actually useful for when I like to run around and mine in the middle of fights. This allows you to do that even easier than what I was doing before. So if you're going to run EPC mining build, you should definitely run all of these, especially in Has 5s. So I'm going to go with charge speed on the pickaxe this time. I'm just going to try that out. I'm sure that the damage will also be good if you're going for the Dreadnoughts. To be freezing them a lot, but I feel like I'll be freezing things often and wanting to hit them with this a lot. So I want any kind of cooldown I can get. So for the satchel charge, I had a helpful comment to not to do the blast area, which I kind of agree. I was making death holes, but I just like to just carve big holes in things. I guess if I'm going to be taking Has 5 kind of seriously, I should probably not do that. So we went with stun instead. At the same time, we also increased the damage instead of having the extra pack. This allows us to kill much larger things, Praetorians and such. I'm considering taking this one to do volatile compound. I mean, you get 875 base damage on this. That's huge damage. That would kill a lot of things and do big chunk damage to a lot of other things. But I'm kind of worried that since it blows up whenever anybody hits it, that there's a good chance I'm going to kill myself and everybody else. So I'm just going to maybe not do that one right now. We'll try it out in the future and see how I like it, though. Reinforced drills, I'm not changing anything. I'm just going with the normal for me, which is 2-1-1-1. This time we're going to go with the impact axe. I do enjoy my neurotoxin grenade quite a bit. The HE grenade is just whatever. But the impact axes go really well with the cryo cannon, as it allows you to save a lot of ammo by killing things with axes. Killing Praetorians with axes is one of the best things you can do, as it kills them in 2, maybe 3 hits, sometimes less, if you do it right. Killing Praetorians after they're frozen is best done with an impact axe right to their butt, or anywhere else, and followed by a power attack or something like that to instantly kill them. This saves you and your team a lot of ammo. That is one of the main focuses of these utility driller classes, is to help you and your team save a bunch of ammo. With the armor, we're going to end off with the more capacity, your shield can absorb more damage. Now, for the perks this time, we're going to take deep pockets because, like I said, I don't like to go back and forth between nodes. I'm going to do resupplier because during this one, I will be calling a resupply down in the middle of the Dreadnought fights so that we can use them if we're going to die to these Dreadnoughts. So I'm just going to use this to help us out a little bit, or help me out a little bit. I usually take second wind. A lot of these, I don't necessarily care. You could decide not to take second wind. You could go with maybe elemental insulation. They do have some fire damage moves, so you could get away with this if you wanted to. You could potentially do Sweet Tooth or Veteran Depositor if you can get close to your Molly a lot. You could go with Vampire if you really wanted to. Friendly, I guess, if you're really having a problem shooting your buddies. But these ones are generally going to be fine. For the actives, I usually always take Iron Will. At the moment, I'm just not willing to give it up. Maybe in the future, I can find a setup that beats it for me, but right now, Iron Will is here to stay. This time I decided, since we are going to be in close quarters fighting with my teammates a lot, I decided I needed to get good and start using Shield Link. Shield Link with the passive allows us to recharge 50% faster. I'm going to attempt to use this. Maybe I don't succeed, but if I can remember to use the active as well, then we can potentially do Dreadnought fights a lot easier. Throwing this on the person being chased by a Dreadnought, for instance, will help them quite a bit to survive any problems. This could go well for us. Dash is a big one that I like to use a lot. It helps you reposition, run away from things, run into things, all sorts of things. Dash is still very, very powerful for this, and I'm just going to try something out this game. Do something a little different. Field Medic, also very good. I read on the wiki that made me think, actually, that when things are frozen, and Dreadnoughts especially, Berserker could potentially be a very good play, especially as a freezing driller. You can freeze them, use Berserker, and power attack them many, many times while this is going on. You got to be careful of your friends killing you or something like that, if it's the twins of being killed by the other one. But this could potentially work, so someone should try it out and let me know. All right, guys. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to get into an elimination match. And so once we're in there, I will see you guys there. Thanks for watching the first part. Whoa! We're back. All right, this time we're going with F1 here, our friend. We don't know him, but we're going to get to know him. And this time we're fighting against 3 Dreadnoughts. So hopefully we get all of the Dreadnoughts this time. That'll be kind of cool. Look we get to see you know, how this deals with every single one. So as for that, usually you want to check the guarding room for any fancy schmancy stuff. Ooh, look at this guy with his quick shot. This is a cool guy. Did that thing I can't even use because I got everything. Alright, I hear a NATO site breeder, which is always fun. Definitely like an instant kill you need to go for. Yep, there we go. You see, look how quickly I freeze this thing. It dead already. Frickin' spitters. Can't even do cool stuff now. The spitter ruined it. Bonk. Bonk. There you go. You're freezing things almost instantly with this build. Really great. Don't have to try too hard. Come here. There you go. Where's our... Oh, we got one egg down to the left there. We got one tick straight down this hallway. That's fun. So what we may end up doing is taking the Dreadnoughts back to the main spawn room. So far these are looking like kind of rough. You definitely want to help your teammates out whenever they're doing stuff like that. They're mining Jadiz as a driller, since like that's kind of your job. You're doing that stuff anyways. My bad, man. Thought you were still back there. That's my fault. Hello. Like that. We got an oppressor. Let's see how quickly we freeze this guy. Oh, he's just gonna kill us right up. See, that's return to sender. We got a video on that. That's just pretty good. I did freeze this thing. I'm gonna freeze it a second time. Yep, there we go. Freezing oppressors 2 times is pretty good. They're definitely one of the strongest regular kinds of minions you'll fight. As in, not a boss level enemy like a Dreadnought or such. Oh wow, see how quickly that freezes that? That's insane. Now I see why people take this so much. I had rained this before, but never really compared it too much. I just like the flamethrower so much. It's pretty good. I'm usually into the utility play styles, so this is definitely helping. Only we had some more friends joining us. So in a lot of elimination missions, you're going to want to set up the arena or drill out any unnecessary bullcrap, make the area a good spot for your team to run around in circles. That's kind of what you'll be doing for this entire time. Not a lot of set places to get stuck or for the thing to shoot good shots at like weird angles at you. Just a lot of places to run around. Gonna make little walkways to and from these places so that we don't get stuck very easily. Just gonna be me and this Engie. It's gonna be kind of tough, I think. It does kind of scale down on the amount of, you know, people that are in the match, but it's still, I don't do a lot of damage. If it was like an Engie and a gunner or something like that, we'd fare a little bit better, honestly. Potentially, we would feel a little better, maybe, because it wouldn't be able to stun anything. So if it's just one, I think the 2 of us can easily kill one. If it's the twins, we're gonna have a fun time, I think. Now we're getting swarmed, so we're gonna deal with that first. You can hear their little noises. Yep. I'm going to have the turret kill most of them if I can. You'll hear some of them. go. And we're doing twins. That's gonna be fun. Alright, they do have a fire attack, so if you were thinking about running elemental, oh wow, we're doing a lot of damage to him already, but I'm taking a lot of damage as well. Kind of scared to get close to them. They have so much crazy stuff. I'm not getting complete effectiveness out of my passive. This thing's throwing stuff at us from every angle. Oh no. That's not good. I don't think he knows that they don't go after the lures, but that's something to know if you guys don't. They do not go after lures. Ouch. See how much those frickin' impact axes do? Ouchies. Okay, they're going to go to an armor phase. They usually have a health phase and armor phase. If you hurt one too badly, they'll go give each other some hugs and kisses. Dude, it's nice. Good that their relationship works like that, really. Through the 15 meters, I can also reach this thing way up here, so that's really nice. Ouch. It can also shoot me in the freaking face twice. Let's see if F1 can get me here. You may be able to kill one of them before they can do anything. Uh-oh, he's gonna die that. Yep. Get this. Oh, he's also got Iron Will. No wonder I couldn't pick him up. But we've already had to use Iron Will in the first mission. That's what I love about these twins. They are tough as hell. Wow. Easy mode. Alright, we both had to use our Iron Will. But that's okay. I would imagine that means we're probably not going to get another set of twins, but maybe. We'll find out. I hope this just doesn't become unusable footage. That would suck. But these missions are hard. I picked a hard one. Don't need to shoot her from so far away, Dale. Oh. No one saw that. Or that one either. We only saw that one. It looks like we got gold over there. Who cares about that? For me, anyways. Because I'm rich in this game. Oh, looky here. So, where do we need to go? We need to go down. This fancy mechanic called digging, so I'm gonna do that.
Find your fire, Dreadnought.
Where do you think you're going? They usually don't move a lot unless they're going to somebody. That means, yep. Like I said, that helpful commenter was talking about that, and it was used. This is not good. It's done this all the way over here. That's pretty huge. Gonna run away a little bit. Dude, they'll try to angle towards it. They want you to accidentally shoot it.
I don't want to see what comes out when it's done cooking.
Oh, we got Nitro. We're good on Nitro. We're gonna get some more. Look for cave leeches. This looks like a cave leechy room. Very big.
Boy, found some red stone. Are they? Rock and roll. Oops.
is not a bad room to fight it in. We should fight it in here. That was close. She instantly freezes spitballers, allowing you to do that. Anyway, always some freaking cave leeches. Freeze them apparently, but doesn't kill them. Like that. And then that. Where's that breeder at? Ow. Ran in here. Now it's dead. As I said before, freezing any flying enemy means they go boom boom. They fall to the ground and die. Like losers. Frickin' losers. So, gotta have to hope that we do not get another set of twins. That would kind of suck. Not 100% positive we can win that one. I didn't think we'd have so much trouble with the other ones, but twins really are a tough group for us to fight against with only one real damage dealer in the NG. I am there to facilitate for him, but tough. Freaking warden. Actually, I need to kill that thing before it does something stupid. You never know with those things. We can fight them both in here. So, once again, the reason I've done that is because there's a lot of space here. Doing this the really lazy way. There you go. You do that to get all sorts of stuff drop. You got a teammate that's too high up in the air and they're stuck on a ledge. Well, then throw one of those out and then he'll fall down. I feel like we're getting swarmed. Music is giving me swarmy vibes. You want things to hide in from their things, it has to use like quick little pathways so you can just jump inside of real quick and then just hide and then run out. You don't want to stay in anything too long. Oh wow, this 15 meters is so nice. Be able to shoot them from so far away. Get a little closer. There you go. Just freezing this thing over and over and over and over again. One more time, thank you. Getting anything we can get stuck on out of the way. Always ask R, especially on Dreadnoughts. Okay, we got a regular old Dreadnought. That's good. That's good. It's going for me, so... Oh, hello. When they're going for you, you definitely just want to run straight. Kite it into doing that. Then... Okay, it's got an armor phase, so leave it alone. That was updated in 33, I believe. Let's went to somebody else now. I don't have dash. I keep thinking I do. And then, yep. Did a huge damage. Oh, he got hit. We got a friend coming in. That's good. I'm staying kind of close to it, so it's going to keep it frozen as well. Okay, it's going for me now, so I'm going to run. dip in and out of these kinds of things or die because you're an idiot. Oh, I mean, it was all calculated. It wasn't calculated. It wasn't calculated at all. Get wrecked. Wait for the other guy. Oh, wow. I just read on the wiki that if you are the last person alive with the Dreadnought up, that it has a roar move. Like, I think it was that right there, actually, where it allows you a little bit of time to go pick up your teammates. It's a little bit of a friendly addition to the game. Something I did not know. So if you are the last one alive, wait for it to do that and then pick people up. I just learned about that, and I played this game for like 500 something hours, and so I don't expect a lot of people to know that. Whoever he's not focusing, come get me. Nice job. Now we got three buddies coming in. Okay, we're gonna get him again. We're gonna get this one real easy this time. Get another freeze up again. He immediately left the game. Who needs him? I died because I got wrecked. Nice, we got it anyways. Oh no. Easy peasy. You guys, on this channel we also show complete failures like yourself. So just be happy. Even guys that play Has 5 solely die still. Honestly, I feel like Eliminations have always been one of my worst missions, but they've really upped the game in 33. They made things a little bit harder. But I am a driller main. If I was a gunner main or an engineer main, then maybe I wouldn't have so much trouble with them. And trouble is usually that I actually die. A lot of missions I don't actually die, but Eliminations, they still get me. Last one. Let's do it. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Here we go. He just whips it out. We got another set of twins. Wow, look at there. So you definitely can't have that happen. Ooh, these. Ooh. Now that. Some dodging right there. You can dodge a wrench. You can dodge a Dreadnought. I tell you what. Oh. Big dwarf and dive, I tell you what. Oh boy, don't you hit me. Okay. Keep him pings if you can. Nice job. Always remember to tell your teammates they did a good job. Oh god. Sorry, bud. With a cryo scout, we can really chain stun one of these guys if we're lucky. I'm already out of freaking ice, which is not good. Do we have another one of these? Oh, we do. I'm just gonna take another one of these. Scout wasn't here, so I'm not really worried about defending him or anything like that. Ouch. Power up your shield for a second. Surprised I didn't die there. The armor phases definitely make these quite a bit more difficult to kill. Oh, I almost got it. Where's he at? I hear him. He's dead? Good. got frozen as he went to the ground, but he has no friend to get his health back from. So it's over for this one. It's over. Nice job, y'all. Get them booloos. Alright, so as you can see, the Cryo Cannon is pretty good for the elimination missions for drillers. I'll probably do a style of videos like that for every character, like as in, what does a gunner do? What does a engineer do on elimination missions? The other ones have a little bit more variety in what they can do, I guess, but driller definitely can't go anywhere over here. I don't hear nothing. I missed because it hit them instead. Nice. But who cares? I'll just freaking, with the 15-meter freeze distance, this thing is huge. He was here to save me, apparently. I'm gonna take another one of these. I didn't think they'd be too upset, I tell you what. I think they're over here. I think I see where they're at. Where they might be. Look at any on the map, you'll see dark areas where you just haven't been yet. So, yeah, there's some here. I got two over here. Nice. Well, we got it then. Check this room for events or anything like that real quick. There's like one pathway that randomly goes off somewhere. Is it? Is it? Ooh, the spooky random path of Bulu Cap. The frick is this? Oh, okay. Oh boy. Alright, call it whenever. I like to call one right before or after resupply, that is, with the drop pod. It will definitely drop right before you need to go. You did. I feel like you did too. Just knowing there was a fourth player here made me, you know, just play so well. I'm going the wrong way. So as you see, I was able to use that shield thing really effectively this game. I did use it like one or two times on purpose, but I could do that a lot better, especially in a coordinator team. If you can get your driller, which we didn't have for most of the game, to I mean a gunner, that is, to work with you and throw down shields. That's a great way to get that effectively, like some high value usage of the shield link. Didn't get that off this game, but maybe next time. But I think I'm gonna try that out again every now and then. I really wanted to use dash a lot. I think I wouldn't have gotten hit as many times if I did have dash. But you know, I could also just get good and not get hit. So there's that argument too. An argument that I do agree with a lot of the time. Nice catch. Rock and stone. Alright guys, thanks for checking out this next guide video I got here. I hope you guys learned something. If you enjoyed the video, you know, leave a like, subscribe. I had a lot of people comment last time. That was really cool. A lot of likes. We had quite a few more subscriptions. I think it was like 12 or 15 or something like that. Within the time of last week. That was it's a huge boost to our channel. I know we're pretty small, but that, you know, almost doubled our viewership or our subscriber base in one week. So that was a pretty big deal for us. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.